G'day, guys. Well, here we are. Again, we've got Terry Watkins with us today, and he's been kind enough to bring over his old sounders. So, Terry, can you just run us through how this sold? It's a Royal, isn't it?
That's it. Yep.
Show us how it worked and how you used to do it.
Yeah, well, I think I bought this around about 81, this sounder. And just to run through how it all worked there, if you look at the top, the marks up along the top here are bait. And I don't like, if you look at the bottom there, you can see marks along the bottom that run through here. Now, I only drop on marks that were particularly straight and dark and black. If you come in there, put another of those marks just there, put them in here, they're perfect. And that's a school. If you look on the left-hand side, there's one individual mark on the side there. But look at that in the, but now the thing, to look at Port Phillip Bay, unless you're on reef and you might make up kite. But on the mud, because our schools that come in a mainly snapper, and I just know that they're different snapper marks by the way that they've marked. If they're a little bit scratched and faded, I wouldn't sort of drop. But even just one or two, there's two perfect ones right there. See those there, Pete? One above the other.
And when you say cod, you're talking about rock.
Rock cod, yeah. If you're on the reef, you'll get exactly the same marks there. If you get a little bit full,
yeah.
But on the mud,
yeah.
The main fish that we catch in the bay is snapper. If it was you might get the odd stingray, but you only get one mup. When you get little groups like this, you know particularly that they're snapper, because they're school fish. Most of the time they always bunch up, and they do that to protect themselves. Like bait, schools of bait, they form a school, congregate. If they're out by themselves, they got this a more chance of getting eaten.
Yeah.
So that's why they with the bait to do the same thing.
Yeah.
But here, as you can see, the little twos and threes and ones. I've got a lot of fish on just one or two marks, even just one mark. But if I get marks like that, I feel so confident that I'm in with the show. I know that I'm on the fish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or drop on top of the fish there. And you can see it's got the depths and ranges here. And there's the depths down through here, as you can see there. And there's a bit of bottom over here. There's some fish just above that little bit of the bottom marked up. Normally see a little bit of cungy ground there. So you can see there, but they're definite reds, and I'll be so confident if I seen that. I'd get pretty confident about that. But there is days that they mightn't bite, but at least I know that I'm on the fish.
Yeah.
Right.
And you used this sounder to tune your new Lowrance, didn't you?
I did actually, yeah. When I forced the Lowrance, I looked at it and seen the pictures on the box, and I just wasn't getting those sort of marks.
Yeah.
So I left this, because I knew this sounder so well. So I left it in the boat, and when I did find a mark, I put the Lowrance on, then I touch
and just
adjust.
Yeah.
And compare. So I knew that argue, and then I'd it took me a fair time actually.
Yeah.
A good part. I went to shops and asked the guys there what to do, and then I still wasn't happy. So it took me a fair while to actually get to use the sounder. So to get it perfect. Now I've got it right like you have, Brett.
Yeah.
Got the nice coloured arches and perfect shape.
Yeah.
But
show the people this.
Well, that's this one here. It actually goes in. This one. Getting back to this one here. That was my first sounder. Then they bought this other model a little bit later model. It's looks a bit older, but this one here actually touch screen here. It says a little bit updated.
Yeah.
Had the games, the temps range, and all that. It's got the dips there. Now this is the internal. They come with a roll of paper, and you just unfit this here like this, and then one roll, you bring that. That's really that'll be all just one roll. Then we bring that around off this roll. Onto this roll, then just put that inside there, then just clip this on there, and then we'll do it. Then it would just mark up there. If you go back inside here, I'll show you the stylus here. See there's the belt. Was a belt. See that belt there?
Yeah.
That would just tick around just gradually, like it had a little speed, but would just come around. It's coming back around now. There's the stylus there. I used to just wipe that with a bit of emery paper. Sometimes it would clog up with a bit of carbon.
Yep.
But there it is there. That would just mark the strokes once you hit a fish. And there's the stylus there. But in time, the belts, I couldn't actually get parts of it. The belts would stretch a little bit. The styluses will wear down. But I've kept these just to pass on the knowledge of the old days.
Yeah.
How we, they actually did mark up the sun. If you look at the bottom, there's that one there, and I've then run through.
How old's this one?
What, that'd be 81, 82, I think.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember, I had that a long time. I'm not sure what year I bought that one.
Yeah.
If it runs through here on the paper, just to give you an idea, where I dropped on, just hold that back there, Brett. Look at it there. So to go through here, just to show the definite marks I dropped on. So that's a pearl of this. When they're even up high here, a lot of fish can go up high. There's 2 there.
Yeah.
But I never drop on those fish up high. I like them in the bottom. Listen, know that they're down feeding. You know what I mean? I'd keep moving, and there's one there, one. Their pearls, they're black and straight. You can't mark out. There's some more there.
Ripper.
Yeah. We'll put a couple of there's 2 together, really tight. Or probably just single and straight.
Yeah.
There's, look, I mean, you can just tell.
And that's obviously bait.
Bait. Yeah, that's right. All up there, that's bait. Remember, he says it's up a little bit too high here. So I really sort of back to fashion off. But I think that's fish in the bottom there. Unless you come back there with this bait.
It's in there stacked up.
Yeah, I think there's fish in there for sure. You know what I mean? When they clear up in little groups like that, you just know, as I said, we have other schools of fish that come into the bay like snapper. I mean, salmon. Yeah. They're all more mid-water. Yeah. So you just know, but they're totally, especially in October, you just know that they're fish. But there's some more up in here, little in there, pleats are tight, very tight, light in the blood. It's a little cluster. When you get that single one above, it's a perfect. They're just beautiful marks.
There's would you get this with my sounder, and you'd experience this with a lot of people experience this. You sound up the fish, and then you anchor, and then like you catch the fish straight away.
Yep.
Is it having a good?
Oh, exactly. Oh, yeah. Well, some days you might wait because I said with the big tides and things.
Yeah.
But normally, if you get the right time of the day and everything there's ready, mate, you pull up with bang. So they're definitely in there. When they're little, like some little cluster, little stools. Yeah. Beautiful the marks. They're bait. I wouldn't drop one of these up for you here, but I guess it's up like to back it off a bit here. You go over, cheers, like you get official marks. Yeah, but they're in the bottom though. They're just pearls. But that's what we used to catch them off when you go away. But at least both sounds much the same actually. Yeah. So and there's the transducer. That's the one that went into the back of this sound. That's it.
Was that so that's a through hole? Have a little drill.
No. I think you could. Had a box.
We can explode it.
Yeah, inside. A little wet box.
Shoot through.
So you go straight through, but on the outside of the boat. So there's there's the picture. Yeah, well, just one. See how look at today. How see those marked. They're very similar. Yeah. Look at the bottom there. And so there's the old radio that we used too. To get back to the old hasty. I'd see it around. Yeah, that's all we had. There's the the colour of it.
Was there a lot of riff-raff on the radio back when?
Yes, I touched up it. Oh, for sure, mate. Because we all had call saws back then, and that's how we got phones now. Yeah. That's all we used. There was all I was called Brown Point, and I had a mate of mine, Brian, he was Mooney Blues, and then there was Red Hot Song and Oldie. Yeah. But that's what we did. We used the old radios.
And so when you'd go out fishing, you'd be looking forward to using the radio, wouldn't you? Because you didn't have a mobile phone.
That's it, mate. That's all we used back then. The 97 Garmin. Yeah. Back then we were around 98. Yeah. And then there it is. There it comes up. This is 94 miles. Yeah. Right. And if you look at it there, you can get smack on marks. Our sailors are very fragile. If you just go off a bit here, you can miss the mark. You want to drop on something, but these ones here, I can go smack on the zeros. There's the picture of it there. And I still have that in my boat, even today. Yeah. With all the old marks and all the years of fishing in that as well. Yeah. And I'll put that in there. So, but I've looked up.
I've asked Terry this year I'm going to go out with him and Pete, and we're going to go on the hand lines and use we'll hook one of these up and try and get it out with a hand line. So that'll be good.
That would be good, mate. I'll look forward to that, buddy. Yeah. Well, we'll go way back, mate. This I want to just pass on the knowledge that I've learnt, right? And I've got to mention a good mate of mine, Rob Bassett, right? Rob Bassett. Yeah. Lived at Mount Martha. He was an A-grade fisherman in that area. Yeah. Right there, Mount Martha there. And we've been mates for 22 years. What about us, Pete? 20 years? 20-odd years. 22 years with Rob. And it was a privilege to meet Rob. And I met him, although in 22 years, I think when I met him, he passed this on to me. This is all from Rob, right? A good mate. I've got to thank him so much. He fished the southern end of the bay. Yep. From Mornington down to Queenscliff, right? And the thing was, he knows on the back of his hand, snapper, whiting and squid. And the tides are so critical. I've always mentioned tides, and he showed me this to see with the moon phases how the tides react and change, right? So we'll get a start on this now. This was the Compleat angler back in Ringwood, Dandenong. This is going back. It's got the Monday, 5th of June. Not sure what year, but look how yellow it is. Yeah. I mean, this is ancient, mate. Looks a bit like me, actually. Antique. But And he gave me this, and he actually wrote these down for me and said, look, getting to the moons, there's about the best time to fish, right? And I'm happy to pass this on. He showed me this, right? And it's about learning. And as I said, we learn all the time, fishing with you. And he gave me this to learn off, and mate, it's the best thing. So I'll run through it all. Like the first quarter is a great time to fish, right? Because I'll explain to you why. First quarter, look at the tides here. Now, what happens is the tides at their highest and best time come along here, leading up to the first quarter moon, right? Look how high they are. Now, Rob said to me, if you would say it was a beautiful day to fish, there's big flat coming all day, he would look at this first, and then he would pick the highest tide to fish on. He'd go, I'll give the morning a miss, and I'll fish this one here. And his success was incredible. Guys that fished in the morning would maybe get 1 or 2 or 3. He would get on the biggest tide and get his bag and clean up. They just thought, oh, this bloke's a genius. But it was the tides, he just swore by these. And as you go through here, the first quarter, then it starts to slow down as we move away. Leading up to it is the best time. Then you just start to see them slow down here as we come up to the full moon. And you can see, look at the difference here in the full moon. So just here, it's got there's the depth, 0 to 2 metres. And you can come across here. Now that's only moving about 250, which is bugger all. Full moon there. And then as we come back around, we start to pick back up again, right? To the last quarter as we come up. Look at the difference as the tides up and down here. And these are the best times. And Rob's actually wrote here the best times. New moon, the full moon, we always found 3 days before the full moon. They tend to feed up before the full and 3 days after, first and last quarter. But what really amazed me was that when I seen this, and he wrote that down, right, when I used to go out and have a good catch on the fish, right?
Yep.
What I would do is go at night, look at the sky, at the dark, and see what moon it was. And I couldn't believe it. My best catches that I had were exactly the same time. So that was incredible to see what he had wrote. Exactly the times that we fish on these big tides here, like that is a peak period. I mean, not to say you won't catch them any time, but if you want 2 or 3 rods going at once, we always found around these times here, you've got great action.
Yeah.
Our best catches, best bags. That's why at night I look at all the moons to learn, and I looked at his, I thought, that's amazing to see what he's wrote there. What I'd been doing as well.
Yeah, and similar to what I do.
Yeah, exactly. But just people don't realise the difference with the moons, what it does. They rage on the first quarter, last quarter, full moon they slow down. So Western Port's a great time. If you want to fish any in the channel, this is the way to go. You can only fish a good part of the tide. You know, Rob just said to me, he wrote all these down to show me, because he loved that end of the bay. He was a gun fisherman down there.
Yeah.
And his favourite times were these. All his best catches. So just to pass on, people to just help them with to understand how it all works. If I went on these, I'll be that confident and pretty looking forward to going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Big time.
Knowing that, the thing is, you got to find the fish though. If you're in the wrong spot, they're not there, you won't catch them.
Yeah.
If they're under your boat, these times they're red hot, mate. Yeah. The best. Well, yeah, we start talking over a metre, 1.3, 1.2.
Yeah.
Right. And because there's no doubt that the fish we find when the tides are slow, fish like they like movement.
It's like whiting, isn't it?
Because a mate of mine had a fish tank, right, and he had pinkies in the fish tank. And if you turn the aerator on, just to understand it all, right, the fish would just be pretty dormant. We turn off and leave it to watch, and they'd be dormant. And but then when we put the aerator on, the difference in the fish, when the weed was moving and the bubbles, mate, his eye was actually enlarged. His tail started to move. You see the light fitting, he'll start to move and start to swim. Yeah. But when we turned it off, he would just be a bit dormant, you know.
That's what happens to Terry.
Yeah. So, and it was to put food in, and they wouldn't touch it certain times. And I think even the moons, have a lot. Even I've got goldfish home in a fountain, goldfish, right?
Yeah.
And when I go by the goldfish, this is why I always say when they come into the bay, they've got to acclimatise with temperature. I buy the goldfish, he puts them in a bag of water, puts the water in out of the tank, and he said, now just put the whole bag in your fountain for 10 to 15 minutes, if you think about the reason for that is, because look, that temperature in that water is going to adjust to the fountain temperature. Is it right? And if you have a think about it, and that's why when the snapper come in here, they say a little water will adjust from the ocean because it's colder or whatever. And the goldfish, he said at least 10 to 15, if you just put them straight in, they could be shocked. Yeah. So when you have a think about it, everyone's trying to say, it all makes sense, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you learn off all that stuff.
They can die from that one, yeah.
And another thing with this tide chart here too, it depends where you're going to be fishing. What you would do is look at your tide, then come down here, and Frankston, you would put 3 hours and 15 minutes because it goes back to the heads. If you look here, then it depends where you were fishing. Even like Venus Bay, that's still the entrance of the ocean, like an entrance anyway. It's firstly 0. And then Williamstown here, 320. So Frankston is only 5 minutes difference. So from Frankston with the other top, see that? And then that's all it is. Yeah. From on the tide change. There's not that much difference between there and there. Yeah. When you look at this, then you put the hours on top of this to match where you're fishing. But just to run through all this is I was rapt that he give this to me and I've learned off this, and I hope other people can pick up points and it improves their fishing. It's all about just putting a fish in their fish box. Yeah, the ones that just start to fish and haven't fished long, just happy to pass on everything that I've learned and knowledge, and I learned off him, and that's what we all do, mate. I learn, I watch you fish, Brett, and you never stop learning with fishing.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks.